Hello, and welcome back to Explain the Charts. Today, May 27th, 2025, we're analyzing USDCHF, looking at both the news and the charts. First, let's discuss some recent news events that could be impacting the pair. According to recent reports, trade tensions are still a major factor. Trump's proposed tariffs on the EU, particularly on Apple products, are causing market fluctuations. However, there are also reports of easing trade tensions, so let's see how this all correlates with the chart data. Now, let's dive into the charts and see what they're telling us. We'll start with the daily chart to get a broad overview. Looking at the daily chart, we can observe the overall trend over the past year. We see significant volatility, especially around events related to trade tensions and tariff announcements that we talked about earlier. From January to March, there was a general upward trend, climbing from 0.85 to nearly 0.90. However, we see a sharp decline in April, plummeting to around 0.82, followed by a period of consolidation in May. We can see some recent bearish activity, so keep an eye on these lower numbers, as well as any big events which may cause price changes, such as sudden tariff announcements. Now, let's narrow down our focus and switch to the 1-hour chart to see some more recent data. Let's take a closer look at the candles from May 7th to May 14th to highlight some more short-term activity. Switching to the 1-hour chart, focusing on May 7th to May 14th, we can see much more granular price action. We notice several small fluctuations, but nothing major until May 15th, showing that prices were stable leading up to that date. The IG client sentiment data shows the majority are long on the market, so that may be something to consider when making your trades. Next, we'll go to the 15-minute chart and view more current data for today. Looking at the 15-minute chart for today, May 27th, 2025, we can see a very small gradual downtrend, with prices hovering around 0.82. This level could act as a minor support, though it's not particularly strong. It's important to remember that broader market sentiment and news events can easily override these short-term patterns. In summary, key price levels to watch include the recent lows around 0.82, a resistance around 0.84 based on past data, and previous highs near 0.90 from March. The likelihood of these levels being tested depends heavily on upcoming news events, particularly any trade-related announcements. Keep an eye on economic data releases from both the US and Switzerland, as these will further influence the direction of USDCHF. Always remember to use risk management tools and only trade with what you can afford to lose. Thanks for watching Explain the Charts.